Jose, we're out again. This is awesome. I'm here with Reese. Reese, say hi to the camera. And Vince.
Hello.
We are on a bit of an expedition to find some cool photography spots. This is the Magaliesburg Mountains. So we're just driving along the mountains and seeing what spots we can find. It's sort of a double, two missions we're really doing. Is one to see if we can find a nice sunset spot. At the moment, obviously, it's the middle of the day, but we first want to do some scouting to see what we can find. And yeah, the view so far is amazing. It's not really a place we're actually allowed to get in. We were actually lucky to get in here. So yeah, I don't think we can actually come here again. So we need to get all the photos we can get right now. But so far, it's really awesome. The weather's nice, except for the sun being really bright. It would be awesome if it was cloudy. We could have nice soft shadows. But then again, if you don't really see the shadows because you're so far away, I think it can still work. So today what I want to try is to get some, to take out a telephoto lens. Obviously I do want to take a wide angle and just sort of capture the scenery in general. But what I do want to do is take a telephoto lens and see if I can get some smaller compositions and pick them out of the landscape. So at the moment I'm trying to find some leading lines to see if I can get a composition maybe at the end of the leading line to follow it a little bit. So I'm quickly going to slap on my telephoto lens and see what I can get. So yeah, but it's pretty awesome. Feeling pretty pumped. Okay, we took a couple of shots. The sun is quite strong here, so that might be a bit of an issue. We're trying to find leading lines, obviously, as I explained earlier, but it doesn't look like it's very successful so far. The problem is the lines aren't really going anywhere. If we could walk around, along the mountain, I think that would have helped, but we don't really want to walk too far. The aerial behind us apparently is like some military base, so we don't want to scare them too much. We do want to sleep at home tonight. So yeah, but I think we're done with the spot. Well, we're gonna go to the dam wall now, the Startbeerspoort dam wall, and we'll see what shots we can get there. It's going to be more sort of architectural shots, which is interesting. There's definitely more, more compositions, more places we can walk up, down, left, right. There's a lot more to do there. So I think it'll work. But for now, I wasn't too happy with this shot. I got this one tree that I think will work. Obviously, the light can be a bit of an issue. I'll show the shot now. And as you can see, it's a nice... What I like about it is that it blends into the distance. So you have the foreground tree that's in focus and everything in the distance is sort of out of focus, but it's not a sudden drop of focus. You can get the foreground slowly fading into the distance, so it gives you that depth perception, which I really, really like in photos. Another thing that I also mentioned actually to Reese today, which is something interesting which you guys might use in the field, is that with photography, obviously you need depth of field, or actually less depth of field. So you want your subject to be out of focus and your background to be blurry, because it gives your viewer the idea of depth. It sort of makes the photo more 3D, if that makes any sense. So, but with video, obviously you dropping your shutter speed to keep to the 180-degree rule, it's not always possible to have your aperture nice and open. So you actually sort of lose that depth of field. Well, not lose, you gain depth of field. You have more depth of field, which you don't actually want. But if you move your camera sideways, you still technically get the 3D effect, because the user does experience the whole scene in 3D, if that makes sense, because obviously your foreground subjects is moving a little bit differently than your background. So you can grasp the structure of the scene, which is actually quite interesting. So if you don't have the fastest lens or ND filter and you can't get that nice shallow depth of field in video, maybe what you can try is just slowly moving the camera sideways in your shot. Even if you're vlogging, you can just slowly do this, and then you can see, you immediately get the 3D effect of where I am in relation to the background. So it's just something interesting that, yeah, I explained today. Okay, we are now at the Magaliesburg Dam wall, and yeah, it's quite a nice view from up here, as you can see behind me. Trying to get some nice lens flare here with the water in the background. So seeing if that works. So one of the ideas that we have is to actually take that waterfall there. You can see there's two waterfalls. Let me just zoom in here. You can see there's two waterfalls there. There's one there where so yeah, there's a smaller one there and a bigger one there. So what we're trying to do now is basically see if we can take a telephoto lens and create a new composition. So instead of taking one wide angle of the whole view, trying to take a telephoto lens and pick out smaller compositions within the scene. So that way you can actually almost stand at one place and create multiple photos that look completely different, but it's actually one scene. So it's pretty cool. So far it's working out pretty well. We've had some unexpected conditions of the road. As you can see, the road is it's pretty hectic. It's pretty hectic, I won't lie. So yeah, and apparently it gets worse the further we go on. We had a piece now where we actually went up the road, but it was quite a difficult piece. Scratched the car a couple of times. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe what we're doing now is we're just parking the car and we're going to walk there. So it's about 2 kilometers in miles. It's about 1.3 miles, so it's not too far. So we are going to walk there. The only problem that we have is that we kind of have to chase time now. The sun's only going to be up for another hour. Yeah, about an hour. So we need to get there within an hour, obviously set up so that we can hopefully get a nice sunset photo. So yeah, we're gonna have to hope and hike fast so that we can still get there in time. But to hike 2 kilometers an hour, I think that's possible. I think we can do that. even if we don't get to the exact spot, hopefully we will get some sunset photos along the way on the route. So we were driving on this road. I told the guys, wow, this road is amazing. It's a dust road, but it's so nice. Yeah, and then that means I jinxed it, because right after that the road turned into, yeah, basically a 4x4 track. So now we're walking, just because I had to brag. So yeah, let that be a lesson for you. So we started walking, but unfortunately there was a lot of photo opportunities around us. And as we were starting to take photos, we realized that we might not actually reach the mountaintop in time. We started stressing a little bit, picking up our pace, but then we got lucky. Found a lift with someone that's gonna take us up the mountain. So yeah, just some random people catching a lift. That's pretty awesome.
I have to say, well done on Steven's BMW. Getting us this far.
Yeah, it got us pretty far, but it seems like that was the end of the road for the BMW. Okay, but yeah, hopefully now it means it will make the sunset. Yo. That guy's pretty rough.
Ooh, wow.
Yo. Yes. Yeah, there's no way we'd have gotten up here with you. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know if you can see the road, but yeah, it's not the best road. Okay, so we've survived the 4x4 ride. That was quite something. Almost came off a couple of times. I was just imagining in my camera flying off the edge of the mountain. Dead cat one way, lanes the other way, body this way. So yeah, but we survived it. And now we literally trespassing, so hopefully we don't get shot. Otherwise this will turn into an actual adventure. Are you guys still fine?
Yeah.
Yes, let's do this. There's only like, I think about 500 meters. And then we are at the spot where I actually want it to be. And then hopefully, yeah, we'll be able to get some photos, some nice sunset photos. There's no clouds, so that's a bit of a problem. That means the sunset is not going to give you those nice deep reds, because you only really get that when there's clouds. But there's a lot of dust in there because it's winter. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that will create a bit of a deep red, and we can use that. Okay, we made it to the top of the hill and we still have sun. How awesome is that? So we can finally take some sunset photos. This is quite a rush. I don't actually think we would make it. But we did. It was quite an experience. I thought it was just going to be like a straight road just driving here. How wrong was I? Okay, those photos were awesome. I'm extremely happy. They were a lot better than I thought. I was worried that the angle of which side the mountain is facing and where the sun is, I was actually scared that that might be a problem. But yeah, it didn't. We could actually shoot. It was actually wrong. We could shoot it over the back of the mountain, but we could still get some nice sunset. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's just getting really cold now, and we still have to walk 2 kilometers, and then it's probably gonna get dark on the way to the car. Then we still need to get the car out of here, and the road's a bit rough, so we will have to do some 4x4ing in my BMW, which I'm not too happy to do, but yeah, what we do for videos, eh? And nice photos. Let's do this. Yeah, it is night time, as you can see. We are, I think we're close to the car, I'm not sure. But seems like we made it. It's pitch black, dark night, as you can see, so we're actually using our cell phones to illuminate the road. And the adventure is coming to an end. At least we're all still alive, which is awesome. But it's not 100% over yet. We still have to get the car out of here. And then there's a 2-hour long drive home. And tomorrow's Monday and it's back to work. So probably gonna get home at like, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night or something. So yeah, but it's fun. It's all good. It's fun. I love it. I just love it. Is het ook een goede idee? Ja.
Oh mooi.
Ja, nee, dat is rof. Ja, maar dat is baie makkelijker om af te gaan als op. Want die kan ook het actie starig vat. Jo. Al die bolletjes kan ik klippen. Zij.
Nee, daai klink nie goed nie.
Oh, shit.
Wat is dit vas?
Okay, ja, ons kan wel uitklim.
Ja.
Ons sit vas.